Video games based on the Warhammer board game have won awards over the years. The promise of Warhammer 40,000: Dark Tide didn't materialize in the final product due to a rocky launch, though there's still cautious optimism that Starfighter 2 will rival its predecessor. However, on the fantasy side, developer Cyanide has taken things a little easier with Blood Bowl 3. As the name suggests, Blood Bowl 3 is the third installment in the Cyanide series and promises to build on the foundations of the previous two entries. Blood Bowl is a light spin-off of the fantasy game Warhammer, where brutal American football replaces the tactical war games of the main series. Previous entries have been solid adaptations of the game, and based on the latest preview, Blood Bowl 3 will continue that trend. It's a good thing, too, because when it comes to video game adaptations, the opposition to the fantasy side of Warhammer is a bit stronger. Recent releases have ranged from the underwhelming but delightful Chaosbane to a tactical masterclass in the Total War Warhammer series that somehow takes longer to boot than its desktop counterpart. Blood Bowl itself is a niche spin-off, but that doesn't stop it from being a lot of fun. Blood Bowl 3 is a turn-based sports game where players control a team of fearsome athletes to bring glory through movement and blood. Although its rule system and gameplay may seem complex, Cyanide does a great job of adapting the board game so that it is still accessible to beginners. Although this is Cyanide's third game, that doesn't stop Blood Bowl 3 from being an option for new players, at least based on preview samples of what the full game will contain. The game's grid system transforms the movement experience well, and while the turn-based setting is certainly not as good as real-time customization, it's not. Hold back, Blood Bowl 3 is still fun. Mistakes can be quick and frequent, depending on the player's reluctance or temptation to play adventure games, and its faithful adaptation of the board game rules means that the randomness of dice rolls, like many board game adaptations, makes each play everything fresh. What helps is the charm of the game. Blood Bowl has always leaned heavily towards comedy, going beyond the tongue-in-cheek sarcasm usually associated with Warhammer properties, and the preview for Blood Bowl 3 seems to fit that very well. Of particular note is the game's commentary, which is the duo that commentate in the real world, although the preview version has some repetitive lines of dialogue that appear a little too often. Hopefully this will be expanded upon in the final release. Blood Bowl 3 also appears to be part board game with character models that fit the old world of Warhammer. Nurgle characters look particularly scary, while orcs are large and menacing. The previous game had some rough animations, but overall this is a solid game that Blood Bowl tabletop players will enjoy. The preview also shows some of the first campaign missions. Blood Bowl 3's campaign is designed to showcase a variety of story-driven missions that help provide context for the larger world of Blood Bowl, and based on this preview, it's shaping up to be a nice little single-player challenge. There is definitely a lot of spirit here, and it looks like putting together a team will be satisfying. As such, Blood Bowl 3 is doing quite well. The preview version matches the tone and structure of the board game very well, so the final version offering lives up to that and will be a great fit for those who want a digital copy of the board game experience. The question remains whether it can become more and reach further those already involved. Blood Bowl 3 will be released on February 23, 2023 for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X, S. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and support my channel.